I'm Dana Haidan, Qatar Gas. I'm the Corporate Citizenship Coordinator. I've been in this field for 2 years, so I'm fresh now.
Okay.
But I'm loving it, and hopefully this will be my career.
All right. And where do you see Qatar Gas going in terms of their CSR policies or strategies and their sustainability?
I mean, right now we're still in the initial stages, but I expect it in the future to be one of the role models in the country for corporate citizenship because we have government support for this.
Okay.
So that is the good part. Yet it's slow and it's not as flexible as we would want it to, but at the end of the day everything will take time, especially if you're expecting big changes.
Okay, and these changes that you refer to are related to policies?
Policies mainly, and the setting up the system within the company itself, because it's not a matter of having it in one department or one committee that's handling it. It has to be integrated in every single part. Right now it is, but not officially, not under the name of CSR or corporate citizenship. So.
Okay. Do you think the culture for CSR and sustainability is there within the company, or it still requires more investment or time, or?
The essence of it is there in terms of everything we do in operations, our LNG operations. This is the main, considering environment, for example, is the main priority. So the essence, the main idea is there really when we're talking about operations.
Okay.
But when we're talking about social development and stuff that are not related to our operations and LNG specifically, it's not there yet. So, we're starting right, but it needs a little bit of work and some time.
When do you think you'll have a holistic approach to CSR and or sustainability within the organization?
I would give it 2 years.
2 years.
2 to 3 years, yeah. Because, as I said, right now it's just a matter of actually taking these policies and implementing them.
Okay.
And these policies right now are not even ready yet to be implemented. So.
Okay, what would you say are your main challenges?
Main challenges would be just in the area of social development in the CSR field. There are different elements to CSR. For us, it's social development. The social development element is the only one that I'm finding a little bit challenging. In terms of convincing people, it's actually crucial for us to be part of it. You know what I mean? Because for us here, for example, the management would want to invest whatever it takes related to LNG and engineering, but if you're talking about female education or things that are a little bit not that linked, it's very hard to get the buy-in.
Okay.
Though they're very essential to what we do.
What would you say is the most? Having been working in CSR and sustainability in Qatar Gas, what would you say is the most benefit you have achieved for Qatar Gas through the CSR and sustainability activities that you've done?
Right now, basically setting up the foundation, which is, we started with the Corporate Citizenship Committee a year ago.
Okay.
And we had a whole study about the company as a whole in terms of where we are.
Okay.
Is there awareness, is there not, and all of that. And from that, we were able to create the social investment policy and controlling the donations and sponsorships and all these things that are basically, they're not really CSR but more philanthropy. So we're trying to make them more strategic and more directed towards being more long-term and more sustainable. So that, I think, it would be the main benefit. And the second one would be the community outreach program that I told you about it yesterday.
Okay. Would you like to tell everybody else about it too?
The community outreach program, basically, it's a development program that is catered to the northern area of Qatar, which is located right next to our plants and operations, and they are majorly affected by our operations, health, environment, major asthma problems, and allergies. So over the years, they really got impacted by our operations. So we decided that it's about time we actually take an action. Instead, we always helped in the development of the area, but never did we actually have a certain program dedicated to it. So starting 2010, we started the we started the program, and ever since then we have been holding a lot of health campaigns. We also started a liaison office where they can come apply for scholarships, or we had the Center and Computer Skills the English and Computer Skills Center that we started in that area as well, especially for the people of that area, because it's very hard for them to come to the city and take classes. So,
what would you say is the main business benefit of undertaking all of that?
We got a lot of employment from the area, in the plant and in the industrial city in the northern area, because we face a lot of issues with actually keeping people working in the northern area, because it's considered far from Doha, and a lot of people find it, they would work for maximum 5 years and then they would decide they might as well find a job that is located in Doha. So by training the young people of that area and improving their skills in different areas, we were able to increase the employment rate in the northern area of Qatar. So.
Okay. So do you have, I know you have a couple of things planned for 2011 in terms of activities and strategies to launch in CSR. Is there anything you'd like to mention or highlight?
We have a couple of partnerships that we're thinking of. Number one with Celatic. I'm not sure if you've heard about Celatic. It's basically a non-profit organization in Qatar that is chaired by Her Highness Sheikh Hamouza, and they basically cater to young people employment and leadership and entrepreneurship. So we have a possible partnership with them in 2011. It's not possible, it's going to happen, inshallah. So we're very excited about that. And the second one, we have a couple other programs with universities, research projects that we're supporting, and research funds, as well as there is a testing camp that we hold every year. It's basically a TOEFL, SAT, IELTS kind of classes that we give in cooperation with Texas A&M University.
Okay.
And that's basically catered to high school students, just helping develop their skills in that area. So these are the main, there are other small things that we do, but the main things are these. These are the ones we are hoping are going to be a success.
Do you want to mention anything about the report?
The report, it's going to be the first one we make for Qatar Gas. So it's going to be definitely one major step that we're going to take forward in that field, especially in terms of reporting, because for us, we keep our internal records of whatever we do, but we never actually went outside and
compiled and reported.
And we did it by the right standards. So this is another thing that hopefully will be out by March, April. So
and by the right standards, you mean the GRI standards. Do you know which level you're going for?
Not yet. No, not yet.
Okay. Now, I know, Dana, you also attended the Corporate Governance Responsibility Forum 2009.
Yeah.
Can you just say a brief about what why, if you found it useful, how you found it useful, would you encourage other people to attend, and why, and would you attend again?
I'm hoping to attend 2011 because the first time, I knew there was CSR going on in the Middle East. I just knew it because I had, from my contacts, but I never realized it's that big. And I didn't realize there is attention from the companies to that field. But when I attended the conference and I saw all these companies coming together and discussing it in a way that I'm not used to, because I'm used to people basically talking about donations whenever we talk about CSR. Everyone I dealt with in my area talks about CSR in terms of donations and sponsorships and stuff of that sort. So when I actually went to when I attended the conference, it was actually refreshing for me to find people who have the same mindset and the right mindset about the field. So that was great, and I got a lot of contacts. So yeah, I would definitely recommend everyone to attend.
Have you attended other CSR conferences in the region?
In the region, no.
Globally?
Globally, I attended one in Amsterdam, but it wasn't really CSR. It was more environment, more related to environment. So
Okay. All right, anything else you want to add?
no, that's pretty much it.